Good morning. I lost track. Is today Wednesday? I hope it's Wednesday. Hope you all are well. It's good to see you. It's great to be alive, and it's another beautiful day. I woke up thinking about just the idea I've been shouting out to you all about, that we are a three-part being. We're body, soul, and spirit, and the most of our focus naturally is on our body because that's what we can see. And that's what I think we get afraid of, is what's going to happen to this body. And yet it's already kind of figured out what's going to ultimately happen with it. And when I was preparing for this, I saw out there that somebody had a picture of what they look like now and what they'll look like at 100. I can pretty much tell you what you're going to look like at 100, but you probably don't want to see that this morning. It's probably not very uplifting. So these bodies have just a finite life expectancy, which is okay. But our soul and spirit has a long-term one that exceeds time itself. So that's the reason to keep a smile on your face. So what I woke up thinking about was, yesterday I was talking about your body's the tent and how temporary it is. And I meant to tell you, now I can't endorse, I can't take credit for this, but I meant to tell you, go watch the YouTube video called Pitch's Tent. It's this youth pastor trying to talk to people about Moses. I don't remember who it was that was trying to pitch their tent. It's a pretty funny video if you need a laugh today. So that has nothing to do with me encouraging today, but these bodies, they are just short-term tents. We're going to have one that's a long-term tent. The Bible is comparing the tabernacle to the temple, something that was more temporary and traveling, to something more permanent. And that's kind of the difference between the one we have now and the one we'll have later on. But here's the deal. Look over at John 11:25 and 26. Jesus, when he said these two words, I am, he signed his death sentence. Every time he said I am, he just sent the Pharisees just angry as anything, because in Exodus 3:14, Moses was told by God, tell them that I am sent you. God was saying, I live in the present tense. I am not constrained by time. So whenever God said I am, he's just saying time doesn't bother me. And so when Jesus would say I am, he's equating himself to God, because he is God and Jesus lives in you, which is a big, big deal. So John 11:25 and 26, Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if he dies, and everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. And then he says this, do you believe this? And I think if you can answer that question, do you believe this, with yes, then you're okay with whatever happens to this tent, because this tent has a final destiny. And so when Jesus said, do you believe this? He's just saying, do you believe that I am God and I'm able to get you from here to there? Because you are not your body. You live in your body and you control your body on this planet. Once this body separates from your soul and spirit, then you don't have anything to do with it anymore. And so he said, I am the resurrection and the life. And the moment you trusted in Jesus, your dead spirit was resurrected, and you got a new live spirit that was connected to his, which is a huge, huge deal. If you don't know that, read it, Romans 8:11. It's a big, big deal. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead now lives in you and gives life to your mortal body, is what it says. John 14:6 then says, Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. Again, he said, I am, and then he equated himself to the Father, and he said, you can't get there but through me. And so that was his death sentence. And so if most of the stuff we have to worry about and fear and anxiety has to do with what happens to this body, because once you understand that he is permanent and he has you, you don't have to spend too much time worrying about this body, because it's going to take care of itself, whatever that looks like in your situation. But then this is another way that he addressed it. If you go, this sounds kind of rough, but know the word fear often in the Bible means reverence, respect. In Matthew 10:28, Jesus said, do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the soul, but rather fear or reverence him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. What Jesus is saying is, you aren't what you see in the mirror. You're the inner person. And he's saying, reverence Jesus, reverence me. Know that I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the resurrection and the life. And today, you're living resurrected life because Christ in you is your hope of glory. So have a great day and live like you've been resurrected.